All right, so it is very, very early. It's before sunup here on Friday, May 7th, and we have something a little bit different today. This is the vlog for the weekend, but it's going to be just a little different than we've had here for the last few weeks. So let's go ahead and get to it. It is actually Thursday, May 6th. We're here in the evening. And we are scrambling because we have our least favorite day on the farm is tomorrow. And you'll see over here, we've got Lori and Austin here on the pasture. And we are gonna be moving these chickens for the last time. All right, so yeah, basically we gotta spin. Come on, chickens. Let's go, big boys, girls. Lori and Austin are getting the water back on the birds. You can see us taking a few of the birds out of there, and that's one of the things about this Cornish cross chicken that most people won't show you, but as they get older, and they're just over 8 weeks old now, which is fully grown, but as they get older, they start to get basically the things that an old chicken, the diseases and ailments that an old chicken would get. They get very, very heavy because of how their breast meat just develops so heavily. And a few of them have a hard time walking, so you saw us doing that. So we take care to make sure we got all those guys not getting crunched. Let me give you a peek at some of these birds.
Try to go behind it.
Yeah.
Should be like standing in the water.
Those are some big chickens in there. So obviously tomorrow morning is when we're gonna get to processing. We don't like to have chickens this late. Our hatchery that we used, which was based out of California, really let us down. We were a month late starting, which is putting us a month behind. So we have these chickens, it's 100 degrees today. It's probably about that right now. So we're trying to angle these tractors to give them as much shade as we possibly can. But in the end, we don't like having them this late. Then you'll see Lori, we have to spray the ground down real heavy behind them, especially when they're this big. And then also we do, a lot of times people will leave them off of feed for the last 24 hours. And that's just a lot of stress on these big birds. So we fed them this morning and they basically ran out of feed probably about midday. So they're gonna go just under 24 hours without feed, which we have to do because if we let them stay on feed, processing will be a mess. So we don't do that. Okay, it's hot. We all just got back home from work, but we got work to do. So we're gonna get some of the equipment together. I'm gonna kind of walk you guys through that, and then it'll be tomorrow morning. Yeah, we gotta move all of this pipe. So this goes right up here, right on the corner. Well, now let's see, plucker and then table. We got to move some pipes out from the front of where we're working today, and we had a little family of bunnies and one of them decided to come into the outbuilding, so this should be fun. We're gonna see if we can scare him out. Still there?
Aww, he's little.
Yeah, he's a tiny one. How big is he?
He's like this big.
Aww. Hold on, Austin.
Yeah.
Yep. There he is, little marauder.
I got him.
There we go.
You catch him?
Here.
Aww. Okay, let's see. Aww.
No, he's scared.
Yeah.
Should we put him in should we put him in the brooder?
No, go put him under the pipes.
The bunny saga is done. We need to get back to work. It's funny because I am not a big fan of those bunnies because I know that they really love to destroy our fruit trees. But you know what? There's just something about a baby bunny. So we're just gonna hope that that they grow up and they leave the trees alone. If they'll do that, then I can deal with them.
Yeah.
So we have pretty much everything set up. We are really tired. It's really warm out here right now. So we are gonna come back tomorrow morning. We gotta get started really, really early. It's late, it's late in the season, it's hot, and we don't wanna be doing this when it's really hot outside. So we are gonna actually get started tomorrow morning before the sun comes up. So that'll give you an idea of what we needed to do last night to get things set up. You can see the setup back here. Lori's getting some things prepared. So you can see we actually had, when we had the outbuilding installed, we had our kind of design and idea of what we wanted to use this space for. If you guys remember, right down there on the ground, that's where we have the runoff that comes down through the rain gutters from the outbuilding right up there. Comes down and comes out into here, and right now it comes across this open area into our berry area. You can see all the berries here. So the mulberries and the blackberry beds and things like that. So we have wood chips on the ground here, as you guys know, and we have our cones set up there. That's actually where those are called kill cones. So we have those set up for the start of the processing, and then the rest of it is up there on the, I don't know what you would call that, apron, whatever that you would refer to that cement area is. But that gives us a good workstation right up there for processing. Obviously today we're processing chickens, but that's also going to be used for processing vegetables and fruit and things like that. So that was by design. A couple other things, we've got some equipment here that we use for scalding the chickens, and also a plucker, and those obviously are pretty high amperage. They use 14 or 15 amps each, I believe. And if you guys watched our outbuilding videos, you know that we were very specific with how we did the electricity. Here in the outbuilding, back in this corner, you're gonna see right there we have an outlet, and you'll see I have something plugged in, and over there we have an outlet as well. When we are running the circuits for the outbuilding, we knew we were gonna be processing right outside that door, and I needed 2 separate lines for that equipment. I knew I needed a line for each. We did 20 amp circuits in here. I wanted to make sure those 15 amp, I'm pretty sure the scalder's 15 amps. Wanted to make sure I wasn't gonna throw a breaker with that. So 2 different 20 amp circuits in this corner. That way I'm able to have both of those pieces of equipment going at the same time. I probably should have prefaced and told everybody that we're talking about processing chickens today. So I know a lot of you guys out there, you've got a lot of vegan and vegetarian viewers, and we want to make sure that every time we have content for you guys, it's at least PG. I'm not gonna say it's G rated, but it's at least PG rated, and you know, we're not going to do any of the gruesome stuff. There's plenty of videos out there as far as how to process chickens. We're not gonna do that with you guys. We have had several people reach out wanting to come to the farm to learn how to do this. And I think what Lori and I have discussed and what we plan on doing is in the future, probably either this fall or definitely next spring, is have some opportunities for you guys to come out and learn how to process chickens and then get the chicken when you're done. So more on that. One thing we also don't talk about a lot here is our business. So this is one of the enterprises for our business. We do sell chicken. We don't have any of this available. It's already spoken for, but we do that also. So if you guys have not been to our website, it's under construction, but you know, we do everything as far as marketing for the business through that website. So check that out, sign up for our email list there. It is our customer email list. So you guys can do that, and we will announce through there when we have spots open to actually come out and learn how to do this hands-on. So we do want to do that because we've had so many requests to have folks out, but it's also why we're not going to cover it here. We're going to do that. It's better to do it hands-on, and again, we just want to make sure we keep this content PG for you guys. All right, so this is we do not enjoy this at all. This is not fun. There's nothing fun about this. So we enjoy the final product, and that's what we are obviously doing this for, not only for ourselves, but for the families that we help. So Austin and I are gonna get going, and we will come back to you guys when we're done. And all the chickens are processed. You can see we got all the equipment that we wash off, clean. We just let it sit out here and bake in the sun. We figure, you know what, that's better than trying to bleach it and do all that other stuff. This kills everything just fine and dandy. Okay, so middle of the day, we are exhausted. We're not done yet. We still need to package everything. I think we are gonna show you that since everybody's used to seeing a chicken. So we will get to that here in just a few hours because we now need to let everything cool down. Okay, so you can see, got the pasture clear for the first time, and man, it is just in time. We went a little too late with these chickens. This is a little bit too late for this pasture because it's starting to die back. A couple small patches of green, but got a few things going to seed like the daikon, and we're ready to let this pasture just kind of rest for the summer. Then until we come back, of course, in the fall to do chickens again. But after a whole day of chickens, boy, I hope that's a long ways off. Very early here on Saturday morning. I'm here with our last 3 remaining pigs. Austin and Lori are getting stuff together for the projects that we've got scheduled for today, which is expanding some of the tree rings. But you guys just saw us wrap up our broiler season, so that goes from fall through spring. So we've got that behind us. Worked into last night to get it all done. You saw us packing everything up this morning, so those will all come back up in the fall. These 3 pigs go to the processor tomorrow, actually, so we'll have these guys on the farm for another day with us, so we'll spend some time with them, and then they're off as well. And that'll wrap up our season as far as livestock is concerned. We do a lot of things here on the farm that we share with you guys. Obviously, fruit trees is a big part of it, but you know, we're omnivores. We choose to eat meat, and one of the things that we have to take into consideration when it comes to our food security and the food security of the families that we help out is the reality of consuming meat and what it takes in order to do so. And you guys get an idea of what we do every week. We show you guys that in the vlogs here, and you know, you can see just how much labor and time is involved in raising the animals that we depend on in order to continue living ourselves. So, you know, it's a lot of work. We actually enjoy doing it most of the time, but we don't enjoy the very end of this. You know, we spend a lot of time with the animals, and, you know, we take care of them, and, you know, I'm not gonna say we grow attached, but we kind of do. And, you know, it's one of those things where I think when you do this, you become more attached to your food and what you're consuming. And in my opinion, that's really the ultimate in food security. You know, everybody talks about knowing where your food comes from, and that's extremely important. Obviously, we are intimately involved with where our food comes from. But, you know, we share that with you guys too. When you're looking at true food security and knowing where your food comes from, as much as you're able to raise for yourself, so whether that be fruit trees or vegetables, or in our case, livestock, if you can raise it yourself, that's really the ultimate in food security. And if you don't raise it yourself, know who does. You know, so, you know, find a farmer close to you that, you know, takes care of their animals, takes care of their property, takes care of the land. And, you know, that's really important to us, and want to encourage you guys to do the same, which is what we do every single week. So we're going to go ahead and get going on the chores today, but I just wanted to share that with you guys here while we're still here bright and early in the morning, and before we got cranking for the day. So, you know, one of the things that I wanted to talk about.
Oh, that trash can lid.
Oh, I just threw the keys in.
Oh my goodness.
Hold on. Oh, what? Come on. This is ridiculous. No. I'm gonna pee my pants. What did you say?
I said, hurry it up, it's hot out here.
Oh my goodness, it is hot out here.
You better not be able to see up my shorts.
I can't see your face. Good, so now we're gonna get you in the sun.
I am in the sun.
Spin. I gotta figure out what the
I was doing
best.
a photo shoot.
Yeah.
Probably standing in chicken poop.
You probably are standing in chicken poop.
Now I have to go shower again.
Give me, like, pout your lips a little bit. Turn your head to the side. No, tilt your head back. Look forward, look down. Okay, look straight up to the sky. Now pout your lips like a fish.
I can't do that.